So how do we calculate probabilities then if we don't have that its chances half-half? What if it's a chance, let's say that you're a very good archer and you are only interested in when you get a bullseye, the full points. You don't really care whether you get 9, 8 or 7 after that. You really only care about when you get a bullseye. Well, if we look statistically, the probability of you getting a bullseye might be 8/10. That means that the chance that you would get a bullseye every time you shot an arrow would be 8/10. So if you're only interested in the two possibilities, when you get a bullseye, which I've called B, and when you actually miss a bullseye, which I've called M. If the probability, if you're a pretty good archer, of you getting a bullseye is 8/10, the probability of you missing is 2/10. So if we were to say, okay, first time around, you shot and you got a bullseye. What would happen second time around? Well, there's another 8/10 chance that you will get a bullseye, and that is, but the chance of you getting 2 bullseyes in a row is 8/10 times 8/10, which is the same as 64 100ths. 64 chances out of 100 that you will get 2 bullseye in a row. What's the chance of you getting first a bullseye? Well, we know that that was 8/10, and then a miss multiplied by the chance of you getting a miss the second time is 2/10. How much is that? 16 100ths. So the chance of you getting first a bullseye and then a miss is 16 chances out of 100. Well, if you got a miss first and then a bullseye, that probability must also be 16 out of 100. You got 1 miss and 1 bullseye, exactly the same as it was here, but here it was inverted, bullseye miss. And the chance of you getting a miss both times would be 2/10 the first miss multiplied by 2/10 the second miss, so 4 100ths. How do we know that we haven't made a silly mistake here? Well, we can actually check that by all our probabilities every time on each row. So the first time, the second time that we shot, we are calculating everything in out of 100ths. What is 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 4? If we add all of these numbers up, they should be 100, because our probability should always be 1 when we get the total fractions. So 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 4 equals 100. So the probability that we'll either get bullseye bullseye or bullseye miss or miss bullseye or miss miss are 100 100ths. So we haven't made a mistake there. Super. So we can rub that out and then look at what are the probabilities for 3 bullseyes in a row then. Well, 3 bullseyes in a row, there would be 8/10 the first bullseye, multiplied by the second bullseye, also has a chance of 8/10, multiplied by the third bullseye, which also has 8/10. So the chance of us getting 3 bullseyes in a row would be 64 times 8 out of 1,000. So the chance of us getting 3 bullseyes in a row is 512 1,000ths. What would be the chance of us getting 3 misses in a row then? Well, the chance of us getting 3 misses in a row would be the chance of the first miss, which is 2/10, followed by, multiplied by the chance of the second miss, which is also 2/10, multiplied by the chance of the third miss, which is also 2/10. So we are such fantastic archers that the chance of us getting 3 misses in a row is actually only 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. 8 chances out of 1,000, whereas the chance of us getting all bullseyes in a row is 512 1,000ths. So the chance of us getting any other combinations, either 2 misses, 1 bullseye, or 2 bullseyes, 1 misses, it must be the difference between these two. So we know that we have 520 chances out of 1,000 for either 3 bullseyes or 3 misses. You can have either 3 bullseyes or 3 misses. So we add our 512 thousandths to our 8 thousandths, because we now have or, either that or that. We add 512 plus 8 to give us 520 1,000ths. So the chance of it not being those must be 1,000 1,000ths minus 520 1,000ths. So the chance of it not being identical either time must be 480 1,000ths, which we can then simplify as a fraction, okay, or work out the decimal, 0.48. So the chance of it not being all bullseyes or all misses actually works out to be 0.48.